So yesterday we were discussing Lord's form, yeah, Lord's form, and also Lord's activities, Lord's avatara, and also their leelas, avatara leelas. These are not because of Maya. Advaitins, they think that Lord's form and Lord's, that means form is avataras, Lord's various avataras, that Lord form and the activities all are due to Maya. That means avidya. But no, because we are in illusion, that's why we are seeing like this. Like this, they say. Like the person who is in the illusion, instead of seeing shell, he see silver there. So this is because of illusion. Similarly, since we are not able to see Brahman, so instead of seeing Brahman, we are seeing in the place of Brahman different avatars and also this whole material world, everything, which is not real. Once if you get the proper knowledge, so once if you come out from the illusion, instead of silver, you will be seeing as it is, that is shell. Similarly, when you get the Brahmagranam, then instead of seeing this material world, you will be seeing in every, what you will see in the place of spiritual world, in this, in the place of, instead of seeing this Brahman, instead of seeing this material objects and material world and form of the Lord, you will be seeing only Brahman. So this is the concept of Advaitins. They say like that, but that means since this concept will allow the Lord form is also because of Maya, but this is not because of Maya, is said by Sridhar Swami. That means through the commentary on Akrura Stuti. Yeah, through that commentary he is saying. Okay, clear this. What the main discussion is Janma, Karma, Nama, Rupa, Guna. All these five has to be uh, proved, has to be proved as spiritual. They are all because of Swarupa Sakti. And material name, form, birth are not there in the Lord. All these are all spiritual. That has to be done. And also Advaitins, they say absolute truth doesn't have any name, form, Janma, Karma, that means birth, activities, Leelas, Karma means Leelas, name, form, and Gunas. They say nothing is there. That also we should refute. A refutation also we do. Refutation. Okay, next. Now, today what we are going to discuss? We are going to discuss further Lord's name and Lord's Leelas. Name is going to come very soon, but first of all we are going to see the Leelas. These Leelas are all transcendental. तथैव च भगवत् स्वरूप साम्येनोक्तं वैष्णवे. Bhagavat Swarupa Samya, they are all equivalent with the Swarupa of the Bhagavan. They all means Janma, Karma, Nama, Rupa, Leela. All. Nama karma swarupani na paricheda gochare yasyakhila pramananam savishnu garbhastava garbhagastava iti. In the Vishnu Purana it is said, Nama karma swarupani na paricheda gochare. Garbhagah tava yasya akila pramananam na whose name, Leela, form, all these are not the objects of all the pramanas. Akila pramananam na paricheda gochare yasya nama karma swarupani sa Vishnu garbhagah tava. So that Vishnu entered into your womb. Akhila pramananam means all the pramanas. Pratyaksha, Anumana, Shabda, Upamana, Aitihya, Asambhava, so Cheshta, Ardhapatti. So like this, there are pramanas are there. These pramanas are used to know the objects. For example, there is marker. This is one object. How do you come to know about this object? By using the Pratyaksha Pramana, you come to know. So that's why this marker is the object for the Pratyaksha Pramana. Yes? Like this, Krishna's name, Krishna's form, Krishna's Leelas, these are all are not object to any pramana. You cannot see the Krishna's form, or you cannot see the Krishna's Leelas, or you cannot get the Krishna's name or gunas by using any pramana. Pramana is used to what? Is used to know about the perceive. So pramana, pramakaranam iti pramanam. Pramana, what it does? It gives the knowledge about object. Yes or no? So, but Krishna's name, form and qualities all are such a way they will not become object for the any pramana. They will not become object for the any pramana. Akhila pramananam sa Vishnuhu paricheda gochare. So that's why it is said in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo vetti tattvata. Janma karma are the divyam. They are transcendental. Any object which is transcendental, it is not the object to the, any object means Krishna is transcendental. So it is not object to the any pramana. So one may get doubt now. Vedas are there. Then Vedas are telling about the Krishna. So Vedas are the pramana to know about the Lord. Then how to understand this? Hmm?
Like in the world of intellectuals, if somebody claim that Maya Sampradaya is bona fide, when it started from Shankaracharya, then this says that if you are bona fide, Sampradaya is bona fide, then where is your Bhasha and Vedanta Sutra? So that means that also they also need a pramana. In that sense I'm saying.
Here what we are saying, what Vishnu Purana is claiming, Lord's name, form, so on, are are not the object. Paricheda gochare. Means here, other than the Shabda Pramana means Brahmadi Dosha Rahita Vachanatmakaha Shabdaha. This is Shabda Pramana we are defining. Shabda Pramana means Brahmadi Dosha Rahita Vachanatmakaha Shabdaha. This Shabdaha means that is Vedaha. That Veda, Brahmadi Dosha Rahita Vachanatmakaha Shabdaha means the Shabda which is free from the four defects. That Shabda is nothing but the Veda. That Veda can tell about the Supreme Lord. So then how can you say here Lord's form, Lord's activities and so on are not objects of any pramana? Vedas are telling about the Lord. Vedas are telling about the, describing about the Lord's form. That means, so Vedas are giving ultimately the information about the knowledge about the Lord. So then how can you say Lord is not object, is of the any pramana? So the point is here paricheda gochare. So here Shabda Pramana, Vedas can tell about the Lord, but other Pramanas they don't tell. Obviously, Pratyaksha, Anumana, Upamana and these, they are not going to tell. But Pratyaksha is going, Veda is going to tell, but Veda also is not covering completely. Paricheda means completely capturing. Paricheda means complete covering. So here what? Lord's form, Lord's activities and so on are not completely captured by any pramana. That meaning we should take. Vedas are also not capturing completely, na? So that's why Vedas are not going to, because he is not come under Veda. That means Veda is superior and Lord is inferior. No. One more point. So yeah, Vedas, they can tell about the Supreme Lord. Yeah, but they are also having the limitation. So limitation means, if you want to realize the Supreme Lord, ultimately Lord, He Himself has to give the mercy. Otherwise you cannot. So that's why Vedas are also limited. In the limited manner only, they are going to tell about the Lord. So that's why here it is said that no one, no pramana in this whole universe is able to capture completely or is able to tell about completely the Lord's form and so on. That's the point. Understood? If you are, if you want, you can from 24th February onwards. So you also can attend. Just I am giving chance. So to attend back once again Tattva Sandarbha, 10:30 to 12, and your class will be starting from 12 to 4:30.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Oh, so 12 to, because she doesn't want any certificate, na? So that's why she is attending all the classes. Huh? So 12 to 2:30, you are all having class from 12 to 12 o'clock. 11:30 is shifted to 12. 12 to 2:30 is a Bhagavatam. So half an hour break. 3 o'clock to 4:30 Sandarbha. And some classes, Sanskrit classes will be in the morning, 7:30 to 9. So only 20 days, not every day. Sanskrit classes are only 20 days for all the students. If they don't like to come, no problem. Let them. All the basics and everything, not Sambhashan. Yeah, let us. I will give more information later. I also don't have, because the teacher is coming from outside. I have to check.
Sanskrit also online, Prabhuji.
No online, Mataji. That is not having that facility.
Prabhuji.
Okay, next. So, Rupa Karmeti va Pathantaram Ityevam. This time, Tattva Sandarbha, it will be very clearly, I can, with the explaining on the board, it will be done. So, Ithameva Vipretam Sri Gitopaniषद्भिः Janma Karma cha me divyam yo veti tattvataha. So that's why Lord's name form are not captured by, that means or otherwise are not completely completely object for any pramana. And that Lord is now in your garbha. Someone is saying in the Vishnu Purana, who is saying, I don't know, Tava garbhagaha, he entered into your womb. Tatha namnah vailaksham. So till now we are seeing the Lord's form and Lord's birth also we have seen, Lord's leelas we see. Sorry. Till now we have seen the Lord's janma and karma. Now we are going to see the Lord's name. Sometimes in the some sloka, that means nama karma means there also already is nama covered, but specifically nama is we are going to deal now. And then, for example, in the Vishnu Purana now, nama karma swarupani na paricheda means here already nama some extent is covered, but we are going to do now specifically. Lord's, what we are going to do, Lord's name Lord's name is not like materialistic name. Till now what we saw, Lord's birth and Lord's activities are not like material activities. By using this sloka, evam janmani karmani hakarturajanmasya varnayanti sma kavayo veda guhyani hrutprate. By all these things we are, janma and karma are described. Devakyam devarupinyam, this is by the janma. So satyam vidhatum nijavritti bhashitam, this is by using this also we did janma. So like this, janma and karma are discussed. First, if you see the Anuched, how it is starting. Anuched is started by the sentence of Gajendra. So Gajendra is saying that Lord is not having the janma, karma, nama, rupa and gunas. And also he is having all these when creation, maintenance and destruction should be done. So at that time he is getting all these. So that means, getting means prapnoti, richati, he said, getting. It doesn't mean that the only sometime he is getting and other time he is not getting, but there is one more word, anukalam richati. So that we said. That means he is having eternally all these. So janma, karma, nama, rupa and guna. Like this, the sloka is saying, then after that we discussed about this sloka. After discussing, then we said this Lord's form, Lord's leelas, especially Lord's leelas are there eternally. They are eternal. Lord's karma is eternal. No ending. How it is, that is also discussed. If Lord is having infinite planets and infinite planets are there, and also infinite the Parshadas are there, and also infinite Prakashas also he is having. Infinite Prakashas. Yashoda Maya is there. She is also having infinite Prakashas. Lord is also having infinite Prakashas. There are no infinite Yashoda Mayas. Many people they think, oh, Yashoda Maya is in the Goloka. Oh, now she is performing Bhomalila here. And also there are so many material universes are there. So there is also now the Krishna Leela is going. So then there are so many Yashoda Mayas. Like that people may think. But it's not like that. So only one Yashoda Maya, but she is having the Prakash. Unlimited Prakashas. Infinite, unlimited Prakashas. Prakasha means what? Ekasya Rupasya. So one form only, but it is illuminated in many places. One form is illuminated in many places. So that same form is Vektam, that means is Prakatitam. That same form is Prakatitam at many places. So that is there. So like this, Lord's karma is always eternal. That means Lord's leelas are eternal. And Lord's birth is also eternal. We also discussed by using the first canto, third chapter. These janma and karma are not ordinary, that means not materialistic, because by knowing the janma and karma, even sukha and atma ramas all are also, they are also getting the perfection. If they are all due to material, due to the matter, then how they can get the attraction towards those, how they can deliver the people from the material entanglement. That means they are all transcendental. They are not included in the matter, but they are beyond the matter. That's it. Today also we are seeing Lord's anger and Lord's fear. Yes, Lord got the fear by seeing the Hiranyakashipu. That fear is also transcendental quality. That means he is getting fear. That means Lord is now like ordinary living entities, how they get that means fear out of seeing the another person like that. He is not getting such a fear. That is not the reason, but fear he is getting out of the, so to fulfill the rasa actually. To accomplish the rasa he is getting that. Because he likes to taste the rasa. he also prepares the rasa by the performing various leelas. So then that he will taste. So that's why in that rasotpatti, this quality is necessary. That's why he is manifesting that quality. That quality is manifested, and that is also fact. That quality is also fact. Lord is lying, that is also is fact. That is not any illusion. That is not any false. It's not false, it is fact. If they are not there, then rasotpatti will not. But in the material world, we will get the fear. That is because of the, so when you have see superior, no, then automatically lower will get the lower one, superior. By seeing superior person, so lower person will get fear. So that is that condition is not there here in the case of Lord. But why that guna is produced? Only out of just to Leela Vaichityam, just to bring the varietiness in the Leela, to bring the varietiness in the Leela. And also we read, Lord performed this Leela, various Leelas, there is no purpose for him. There is no material purpose. So only the thing is, out of the spiritual ecstasy he does. So this is also, this fear and all these are all ecstasy actually, out of ecstasy, they are all existing there. So like this we discussed about the Leela especially, then after that we are going to discuss next Nama, in detail Nama. In generally we read, and in detail we are going to see Nama, about Nama. Tatha namnaha vailaksham. Like how the Lord's activities are different from the materialistic activities, how the Lord's birth is also different from the material birth. So similarly, Lord's name is also different from the material name. How it is different? Vang manasa agochara guna avalambitve swataha siddhatvam. What is in the material concept? What is the nama? What is the definition of name? What is name? In the material world, what is the name? Huh?
Which is the object which is pursued through mind. That is nama.
Nice. The symbol is used to indicate the object which can be perceived by the name. Mano gochara vastu sanketyardama. What is that? Sanskrit.
So I wrote like this, Prabhuji, the object which can be pursued by the mind. That is nama.
Whatever you wrote, that is not the standard. Whatever is said in the class. Manograhyasya vastunah vyavaharardham kenapi sanketitah shabdah nama. Mataji, you are so hurry in the writing, so you are skipping some. No, you already wrote actually. If you written, because I wrote on the board. If you go back, then you can see. You all wrote actually, I know. Just 2 days back, 3 days back. When it is started, this Anucheda, in the starting, it is there. Anyone wrote rightly?
Which can be perceived by mind, that kind of object are indicated by the word nama.
Yeah, now you correct point you gave, Mother. Where it is written, it is in another phrase. Okay, so no problem. So it can happen. Okay, but at least you reached to near place. Okay, that is the nama, the object which can be perceived by the mind. So, if that to indicate that object we use symbol, that symbol is known as nama. It is in the case of material objects this is. But since Lord is not perceived by the mind, that's why he doesn't have name. He doesn't have name. Why Lord is not having the name? Because he is not perceivable by mind. Only in the according to material definition, materialistic world, according to material world, in this material world, nama is given to the objects which are perceived, which can be perceived by mind. But Lord is beyond mind, then he is not having name, that's why. But still we say Krishna Nam. Then what is this? So, Lord's name is not like the material name, it is different. What is that? What is the difference? Material name is used to the objects which are perceived by the mind, but Lord's name is not like that. Yeah, Vang Manasa Agochara Guna Avalambitve Swataha Siddhatvam. If you remember, all of you, we are saying Lord is not having name. That means material name. What is the reason I give? Lord is not perceived by the mind. That means Lord is what? What I said. That means what he is? He is not perceived by the mind. Yes. That means he is what? Swayam Siddhaha. That means he is Swayam Siddhaha.
If Lord name is perceived by the mind, that means it is dependent on the mind. Then it will not be Swayam Siddha.
So he is not perceived by the mind, and then how he will be perceived? What is the way? He is perceived by he himself. That means by I also gave Swaprakashatvam means what I explained. Self-illuminated. Yeah. Self-illuminated, and also he is Swataha Siddhatvam. Lord's name and material name both have the difference. What is that difference? Material name is used to indicate the objects which are perceived by the mind, and Lord's name is not like that. That is one difference. And Lord's name is Swataha Siddha. Swataha Siddha means Swaprakashita. That means Swataha Siddhatvam is there in that. Lord name is Swataha Siddha. What is the meaning of Swataha Siddha? Swaprakasha or Swataha Siddha are like same. How to, so in the case of material world, any name is not Swataha Siddha. It is dependent on person. That name is perfected by someone. For example, so if you call someone as Smashana Vasi, that means who is living in the crematorium. That word is there, for example. This word, this name, Smashana Vasi, that means one who reside in this Smashana. This word itself is not having ability to accomplish itself. If someone lives like that, then this name will become, this name is accomplished by the another person. If anyone perform like that, anyone stays in the crematorium always, then we know him as Smashana Vasi. Okay. So in his case, this name became perfect. That means through him it became perfect. It is accomplished. The meaning, accomplishing name is accomplished means what? The meaning of the word should be accomplished by itself, then it is known as Swataha Siddha. If the meaning of that word is accomplished by some other one, that means other than that name, then it is Parasiddha. You are understanding? Name Sardak. Naam Sardak. Sardak hona. Accomplishing. Name, and name is also having the meaning. The name itself is accomplishing the meaning, then it is known as Swayam Siddha. A name is dependent on other, then that is Parasiddha. Every name is having Ardha or not, meaning. Yeah. So, Smashana Vasi, you gave this. Or otherwise, water. W-A-T-E-R, water. This word will become perfect or accomplished in this whole universe if there is some liquid, water. Otherwise, this word is useless. Yes or no? That means this word, W-A-T-R word, W-A-T-R, water, this word is not self-accomplished. It is depending on some object, some liquid. If that is not there, can anyone use this word? And is it having any meaning? Is it useful? No. In this whole universe there is no water at all. Then what is the meaning of water? What is the water actually? That is not accomplished actually. Means that is not established. So, but in the case of the Lord, that name itself is not depending on any other thing. It is swataha siddha. It is accomplishing itself. It doesn't need any other padartha to become successful. Lord's name doesn't need any other padartha to become successful. Like in the material world, any word is becoming successful when there is some other padartha. Yes or no? So, Lord name is Swataha, Swayam Siddha. This difference also is there.
Someone take birth in this material world. So his name is given by the Pandita or some. So then he will become the famous by that name. But Lord is totally different because his name is Swayam Siddha. But yeah, already there. But this is different from.
Don't get confused. Don't become confused. Actually, simple. Yeah, here and here, fully ekdam you have to take as it is. First of all, you try to accept as it is. Then you can sharpen your knowledge. Actually, you can clean. So, what I am saying, in the material world, any word is there that is depending on padartha, artha. That means its meaning. Its meaning. Otherwise, that word is not having no sense. There is no sense for that word. Water, W-A-T-R, water. If there is no water, the water object is not at all there in this whole universe. Then V-A-T-R, water, is it having any sense? No sense. But in the case of Lord, is not like that. The word Krishna itself is sense. Having sense. It is not having dependency on any other. That's why Swayam Siddhaha, Swataha Siddhaha. Okay? That means what? Lord and Lord's name, there is no difference. That is possible when? When Lord and Lord's name is same. Then only it is possible. That anyway we will prove in future, in coming section. It's very important section actually. Understood, all of you? Because this, my God, I mean, when will it come? Slowly we have to go one point, otherwise it will not go inside. Name is Swataha Siddhaha. Tad yatha Vasudeva Adhyatme, Vasudeva Adhyatme, it may be book name I think. Aprasiddes tadgunanam anamasau prakirtitaha. First of all, we are proving aprasiddehe tadgunanam anama asau. Aprasiddehe tadgunanam anama asau prakirtitaha. Since Lord's qualities are not famous, so that's why he is also known as Anama. Aprasiddhehe, that means not famous. Tadgunanam, that means his qualities. His qualities are not famous. Anama asau, he is Anama. Prakirtitaha. Aprasiddhita, and one more place, Brahme, in the Brahma Purana. Anama so prasiddhatvad arupa bhuta varjanat. Aprasiddhehe tad gunanam means here what gunas we should take? Material gunas. He is not having tad gunanam aprasiddhehe. That means here aprasiddhim not famous means he is not having any material gunas. Lord is not famous with the material qualities. That is the meaning. Aprasiddhehe tad gunanam means Lord's qualities are not famous means Lord is not at all having the material qualities. Then how he will be famous with that? That is the meaning. Since Lord is not having any material qualities, that's why he is not famous. So that's why he is known as Anama. That means with material perspective, so if you think Lord is Anama, there is no material name. That is the meaning. What is the meaning of material name means what? In the case of material world, that name and the meaning of the name are separate. That name is not swataha siddhaha. So that's why Lord Anama means Lord is not having the material name. Clear? Anama. Like Lord is Arupa means what? Lord is not having the material form. So that's why many times new people when they come and join our movement, they always confused. Material name, spiritual name, what is the difference? Can you tell? Like that they ask. So then also we explain, that means water, 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 if you say, Prabhupada says this. So that water word itself is not, is going to quench your thirst. Because that water word is not self-accomplished, means whatever the meaning of that word is also should be there in that word itself. Water word is there and the meaning also should be there in that. That meaning is what? Liquid water. The object liquid, that is water. Water and the meaning of water is what? Meaning of water is object, liquid, padartha. So if that is also there in that, then that is self-accomplished. Since that is not there, so that's why it is not self-accomplished and that is known as materialistic name. But in the case of Lord, the name and the meaning of the name are same. That's why that name itself is self-accomplished.
That means in the material world, object and the name is completely different. But in the spiritual, I am saying
object means artha.
Yeah.
The meaning of that. Meaning means artha.
Artha and the object.
Yeah. Pada and padartha.
Pada and padartha is completely different.
Pada means word. Padartha means meaning of the word. Both are different. Pada and padartha.
Is different. But in the spiritual, like you say Krishna.
Yeah.
If you say Krishna,
Yes.
Krishna and the name Krishna and Krishna both are one.
Yes.
So that's why we say that it's
Name is
Siddha.
self-accomplished. Swataha siddhaha. So here in the Vasudeva Adhyatme, in that book it is said that Lord is Anama. That means he is not having any material name. He is not having material name. That should be established. Then we will go for the next spiritual. he is anama, reason is given. Aprasiddhehi is a panchami, he is a hetu. So aprasiddhehi means he is not famous. Yeah. Tadgunanam aprasiddhehi. That means his qualities are not famous. Means he doesn't have any material qualities. That's why they are not famous, means he doesn't have any material qualities. So that's why he doesn't have any material name. That's why he is known as Anama. Same. Water will not come, nahi. Water itself is not having the liquid water. Pada artha. If that water word and the liquid water both are same, then that is sardaka, that is accomplished. And then that can quench. If you say water, whatever you want, jalebi, then jalebi taste will come. In the spiritual world, all the names are like that only. Just if you take the name, then that padartha will be experienced. बहुत अच्छा लगेगा. अनामा सोपि अप्रसद्धित्वात् अरूपः भूतवर्जनात्. And arupaha, he is also arupaha, he is not having any form. In the Brahma Purana is one more point is said. Arupa bhutavarjanat, because he doesn't have any bhutas. That means everyone body, every in this material world, everyone's body is because of bhutas, pancha mahabhutas. Even Brahmaji also is made up of gunas. That means in his body major portion is because of intelligence actually. Buddhi. Buddhi is prominent. From Brahmaloka to the all, everywhere, all the bodies are because of the bhutas. But Lord is not having any bhutas. That means he doesn't have any form. That means he doesn't have any material form. That is one. Atayeva nama karma swarupani iti. That's why since Lord is anama, that means he doesn't have any name, and also he is having name. Means his name is, he is not having any material name, but still he is having name, means that name is Swarupaha, is Swarupa only. Because we have only two Shaktis. We have only two Shaktis. And Lord's name is not due to, he is not having material name, means it is not due to this Bahiranga Shakti. Then his name is Swarupa Shakti, means it is his Swarupa. अतएव नामकर्म स्वरूपाणि इति पूर्वोदाहरणानुसारेण अस्यापि वैष्णववाक्यस्य अयमेव अर्थः. पूर्वोदाहरणानुसारेण अस्यापि वैष्णववाक्यस्य अयमेव अर्थः. न यत्र नाथ विद्यन्ते नाम जात्यादिकल्पना तद्ब्रह्म परमं नित्यम् अविकारी भवानजा. न कल्पनामृतेऽर्थस्य सर्वस्याधिगमो यतः ततः कृष्णाच्युतानन्ता विष्णु नामभिरीड्यसे इत्यस्य. what is the meaning of these two slokas? Now we are going to see two slokas from the Vishnu Purana. So whatever learned till now, what we learned till now, Lord is not having any material name. That's why he is known as Anama. Now we are going to use that concept, because that is Vishnu Purana is saying. And also Vishnu Purana is also saying nama karma swarupani. So in this sloka also Vishnu Purana is saying Lord's name, karma and swarupa, all these are not object of the any pramana. That also we discussed. So since he is anama, one way Vishnu Purana is saying he is not, his name, karma, all are not the object of the pramana. And also in another place, Vasudeva Adhyatma and Brahma Purana, we are seeing he is Anama. And if you if you bring all these two together, Vishnu Purana is saying he is not the object of, his name is not the object of any pramana. And Brahma Purana is saying he is Anama. So if you bring together, Lord is Anama and Lord is not the object of any pramana. Lord's name is not the is not the object of any pramana. Means what? He is not having the material name, but he is having the some name which is not the object of the pramana, any pramana. So this concept is already there in your mind. So now we are going to see the two more Vishnu Purana sentences. These two sentences, these slokas you see. Nayatra natha vidyate nama jatyadi kalpanaha. He natha, nayatra vidyante. So He Natha means here Lord is addressed. He Natha. So you are such a personality, there is no imagination of nama, that means name, jati and so on. There is no imagine. Kalpana means imagination. There is no imagination of name and jati. So, tad brahma paramam nityam avikari bhavan aja. You are aja and also you are brahman and you are nityam avikari. Yeah, no change. Na kalpanamrute arthasya sarvasya adhigamah yataha. Na kalpanam rite. Kalpanam. So kalpanam rite, without imagination. There is one more na actually. This na should not be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3. Kalpanam rite arthasya sarvasya adhigamaha yataha. Without the kalpana, without the sarvasya adhigamaha. Sarvasya अधिगमः ततः कृष्ण अच्युत, इसीलिए that's why you are known as Krishna, Achyuta, Ananta, Vishnu. नामभिः ईड्यसे. Here just I am Mataji, what is the translation, English translation for this second sloka? Na kalpanamruti ardhasya.
Oh Lord, Kalpana here conceptualizations, Prabhuji.
Okay.
O Lord, Brahman, the eternal, immutable and unborn absolute is that. Conceptualizations of name, class and so on do not exist.
Okay.
You are that Brahman. But without such conceptualization, nothing can be ascertained, and so you are worshipped by names such as Krishna, Achyuta, Ananta and Vishnu.
Without that conceptualization, you are not. What is that? Without conceptualization?
Without such conceptualization, nothing can be ascertained. And so you are worshipped by names such as Krishna, Achyuta, Ananta and Vishnu. Kalpana means here conceptualization.
Yeah. Imagination or conceptualization. Yeah. That's okay. That is not a problem. So here, na kalpanamrute arthasya sarvasya adhigamah yataha. Without conceptualization,
Nothing can be ascertained.
Nothing can be ascertained.
And so you are worshipped by names such as Krishna, Achyuta, Ananta and Vishnu.
That meaning is not. Amrute nahi, rite. Without ascertaining. Kalpanam rite. Rite means without. Without the conceptualization, nothing can be ascertained. Nothing. When sarvasya, na sarvasya means not. So yeah. What he is writing, according to him, yeah. So without ascertaining, without conceptualization. So without conceptualization, nothing can be ascertained. Na sarvasya adhigamaha. Na sarvasya arthasya adhigamaha. So that means ascertained. So that's why you are known as Krishna, Achyuta, Ananta, Vishnu. So you are otherwise you are worshipped with the names of Krishna, Achyuta, Ananta, Vishnu. Here in this material world, everything is ascertained through the imagination or through the conceptualization. So that means what? We are conceptualization, or here instead of imagination, conceptualization word is even more purified word actually. Imagination means it is going to give you some false understanding of material creation. So conceptualization, that's why Babaji is used. So here in this material world, how the things are ascertained, that means how the things you are understanding by using the kalpana. Kalpana means conceptualization. Like you see this. This is known as cloth, and this is known as this object is known as marker, this object is known as mouse. Like this, you made some concept. Conceptualization means you made some concept. This is known as this object is known as, is indicated with this name, this object is indicated with this name, this object is indicated like this. Like this, you already made this, and you are understanding whatever is happening in this material world through those words. Without those words, that means without concept, without giving some name to that object, you cannot understand. You cannot say to any other one. If there is no name to that object, Can you tell, can you describe that object to others? No, no. So that means there is a concept. You should, conceptualization should be done. That means that object should be given with some name. That is like in this material world. In this material world, everything is ascertained. Ascertained means everything is understood through the concept. Concept means through the names. Because some concept we develop. Developing concept means, oh, this object is known as this object is indicated with this name. Like this concept we developed, then only we are able to discuss about the various things in this material world. That's why in this material world, without conceptualization, nothing is ascertained. That's why Lord is so Lord is that's why Lord is worshipped as Krishna, Achyuta and Ananta with these names. So that's why Lord is not worshipped by any material words. That's why means Lord is not a concept. Lord is one object, like this mouse is there. Like that also, Lord is also one padartha and he is having some material name. No. This point is very important point, is subtle point here. What we are saying, Lord is not like material object. In this material world, all the names are having the different meaning. So, but Lord is not coming under this realm. So that's why you cannot use any material name to call him. In this material world, so many names are there, like marker, mouse, laptop, these, that, like this, so many names are there. These are all different names, and these names are indicating the different padarthas. Like this, you are understanding the different things in this material world. Now, can you use anything in this material world? That means any words which are there in this material world to worship him? No. Why? Because he is not the concept like the material padartha. He is beyond this. That's why you cannot use anything, the words which are there in this material world. So that's why he is worshipped with the Krishna, Achyuta and Vishnu, which are not belonging to, these words are not belonging to this material world. That's why Prabhupada says Krishna, this Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is a transcendental sound vibration which is directly emanating from the spiritual world. So Hara, Krishna, Rama, these three words are directly emanating from the spiritual world. Like that, Lord. So Prabhupada's recording, you can hear meaning of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Directly emanating. So Lord cannot be worshipped by the using of material words. Lord is worshipped by the words which are coming from the spiritual world. We imagined some name for this object. This is marker. We kept this. So, but Lord, in the first line, what we are saying, Nama Jatyadi Kalpana na vidyate. Lord is also an object and it is not having any other. You cannot do like this material marker, like that you cannot give some name to him. I will call Lord Chukli, some puppy, I call Lord as puppy. So every day I call puppy, 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 and I get perfection. Like this, can you do? Because Lord, in the first line it said, Nayatra vidyante nama jatyadi kalpana. You cannot bring the Lord to the material conception. That means you cannot treat Lord also one object and you cannot give any name. That is the first sentence meaning. Na kalpana means you cannot give the name, any name materially. Like in the material world you do, in the general practice. You invent some object and you will give the name to that. But that is not possible. In this material world, everything is ascertained like that. But he is beyond this material world. That's why you cannot use any material names. That means material names means those are all imagined names. So those are given by you. So then he is worshipped by what? He is worshipped by the directly Tataha Krishna Achyuta Ananta Vishnu Nama Bihi Idyase. That's why he is worshipped by the Krishna and Nama. That means that's why whichever the name is not there in the scriptures. And some people may say to you, so Prabhu, I will keep the name to Lord, my Lord, and I will chant that. So by that can I get the perfection? No. It is clearly said, na kalpana. You cannot put the name yourself. So that's why Shruti Padagataha. What Brahmaji is saying in the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu's Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu prayers. What is that? Third canto? Which? श्रुति पथगतेक्षितः कुछ है सर. Yes, श्रुतेक्षित पथो. त्वं भावयोग परिभावित हृत्सरोजे आस्ये श्रुतेक्षित पतो ननुनाथ पुंसां यद्यद्धिया तवुरुगाय विभावयन्ति तद्वपुः प्रणयसे सदनुग्रहाय. Third canto, 9th chapter. What is that? 11th sloka. Shruti ikshita pataha. That means here, Shruti ikshita pataha is the important. Lord should be seen, Lord should be followed, Lord should be can be attained by the path which is shown by the Shruti. Whatever path is shown by the Shruti, in that path only you should travel to reach the Lord. Whatever names are there in the Vedas, those names only you can take. No, you cannot manufacture. Namadi kalpana you cannot do. Like in the material object, computer is invented. Then after that you give the name COMPUTER, computer. Like that today you will make the one form of the one vigraha and you will give the name by your own. Chungu. No. And by that can you worship? Na. By that can you? Na idyase. He cannot be worshipped by that. But he will be worshipped by Vishnu Achyuta.
Venugopal Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Did you hear maybe some story from Indraduna Maharaj?
Yeah.
He went to Africa, and in the middle of the Africa, in the jungle, he came to some place, and it was some village there, and they was very, very deep jungle, and there's no civilization there, and they worship Lord named Uncle Unkum. And this name means one who have most amount of the cows.
Oh, acha.
Is it mentioned in the Vedas also?
Yeah.
No, this is only
Yeah, it's not.
only
So
Christian.
that's why Vishnu Purana is clearly saying, Tataha, that's why, therefore, Krishna Achyuta Ananta, Vishnu Nama Bihi Idyase. He is worshipped by these names. Oh, 4-7 ho gaya. Okay. I understood.
That means in our case, yes, in our direction,
Yeah, yeah.
in Vedic direction. Yeah.
Yeah, Vedic direction they should follow. Vishnu's names, which are given in the Shastra. Those names only. Okay. Because Kalpana you cannot do. You cannot imagine the name. Because that name should be coming from spiritual world directly. Okay, we'll discuss tomorrow. Remaining. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki.